Right now, the ties to Dane County for a fallen officer killed in the line of duty in western Wisconsin.
And it is a mild start to our morning. We could be talking about a record high coming our way Thursday, up to 80.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
And I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast today. Okay, we got a couple days. We may hit 80 this week. Is that right?
Yeah, you know, we've had this nice extended period of warm weather. I started this weekend, and obviously yesterday was real nice, and it looks like this will continue pretty much all week long. And with it being so warm, we could be breaking some records. Tonight we have a chance of breaking a record warm low, if you will, only dropping down in the upper 50s. Then tomorrow, or Thursday afternoon, our record high is 78, set back in 1938, and I think on Thursday we'll get up to 80, and that would break that record. Right now we're starting out mild. Our typical low is 34, and we're at 51 right now in Madison, 48 in Janesville and Monroe, 55 in the Dells. Maybe a little bit more cloud cover going into the afternoon. We'll call it partly sunny. It will be breezy with that southwest wind up there at 10 to 18, getting in the mid 70s, so even a little warmer than the 72 we had yesterday afternoon. So if you're going to be commuting, you probably just need the sunglasses. Temperatures are mild, maybe just a light jacket this morning. Probably shed that jacket this afternoon, so we'll feel warm. Temperatures in the mid 70s. We'll talk about how long this warmer weather will last and also tracking some storms for the weekend coming up.
Kelly, thank you very much. At 6 o'clock, we now know the names of 2 officers killed in a shooting in western Wisconsin.
The communities of Cameron and Chautauqua remembering Officer Hunter Shield and Officer Emily Breidenbach. The State Department of Criminal Investigation is overseeing the case now. The details are limited, but we do know it all started with a traffic stop Saturday afternoon. Investigators say the man pulled over, had a warrant out for his arrest, and this is all after he didn't show up for a divorce hearing.
Dane County has ties to one of those officers, Emily Breidenbach. She started her career in Stoughton, where she served for 9 months. News
3 Now's McKenna Alexander spoke with some of her former colleagues about their memories of her.
Here at Stoughton Police Department, Emily's former colleagues are remembering her infectious personality, something they've done since the day she first walked through the door.
Very charismatic, very empathetic. She had a very big personality, and you couldn't mistake her voice or laugh. She was just an overall great person, very nice, caring.
After attending Black Hawk Technical College in Janesville, Emily Breidenbach joined the ranks of law enforcement in 2015, launching her career at the Stoughton Police Department. Before moving to Chautauqua to continue working as a police officer, Emily spent 9 months in this building, where she left an impression that many say was impossible to forget.
Seems like a short amount of time, but we all remember her well. Those that worked with her, a lot of the officers and dispatchers are still here, and some have retired, and I spoke to some of those as well, and she had that same quality, like she left that remembrance kind of factor. And that's not, everybody doesn't have that, but she did.
That kindness to others only adds to the grief felt in this department upon learning Emily had been killed in the line of duty.
Just sad, just sick and unbelievable. I didn't want to believe it. It's with any death and public safety and law enforcement, this is, it's always hard, but when you know someone, you've actually spent time in a building with them or in a squad car, it makes it that much more tougher.
One of those that shared a squad car with Emily was Cole Sargent, who was her field trainer for 6 weeks.
She definitely made it enjoyable. She had a big, bright smile that was infectious, and you know, she was laughing. We just had a good time while we were training, that's for sure. Well, it's really hard because, I mean, like you said, she's a younger person, and she had her whole life ahead of her, and I think she was just getting into the point where, she was starting to thrive with the community and really find her niche. So to be taken at such a young age is really sad.
While those that knew Emily continue mourning a life taken too soon, they're comforted in knowing that her death was not in vain.
Yeah, it's definitely a real sad reminder that it's a possibility that you might lose your life in the line of duty, but I like to remember the fact that she went out serving what she did to protect, serve the communities.
Those I spoke with say their hearts go out to Emily's family, her communities, and the Chautauqua Police Department. In Stoughton, I'm McKenna Alexander.
Governor Evers also commenting on the deadly shooting while visiting Eau Claire, calling it a horrible situation. The governor says he plans to sign executive orders lowering U.S. and Wisconsin flags in their honor once funeral arrangements have been made.
We have to mourn and take care of the families of these officers and make sure that these 2 police forces, small ones, frankly, their mental health is taken care of.
The governor also touched on the number of guns in the country.
This morning, a police officer and several others are in critical condition after a deadly shooting that the suspect live streamed. 5 people are dead in the wake of a bank employee who opened fire on his coworkers in Louisville yesterday. The suspect also dead after exchanging fire with police. Officers are trying to determine a motive this morning.
More local news now. There's a status conference scheduled for a woman charged in the crash that killed Wisconsin Public Media Director Gene Purcell. 31-year-old Shanisha Umis is charged with homicide by negligent operation of a vehicle. A criminal complaint alleges Umis was driving on the westbound Beltline frontage road when she hit Purcell, who was on a motorcycle. He later died from his injuries. That status conference is scheduled for this afternoon.
We're hearing from Wisconsin lawmakers this morning as a Tennessee representative is reinstated. Monday, the Nashville Area Common Council unanimously voted to put Justin Jones back in place on an interim basis. It comes just days after Republicans threw him out and another Democrat for leading a protest for stricter gun laws. They argued they want to avoid setting a precedent that protests disrupt House proceedings.
We need to use the democratic process of reappointment in order to ensure that we send a clear message that we care about the preservation of democracy, we care about the preservation of our First Amendment rights, we care about ending gun violence.
And in Memphis, the Shelby County Board of Commissioners is planning to vote back in the other expelled lawmaker, Justin Pearson. Since the appointments will be on an interim basis, special elections for the seats will take place in the coming months. Both lawmakers say they intend to run. Meantime, the Wisconsin Legislative Black Caucus is weighing in on all of this. They have called the reinstatement of Representatives Jones and Pearson. They're commenting on all of it, saying that it's an egregious act of injustice by leaving some 200,000 constituents disenfranchised and without representation. Most importantly, it's a blatant act of racism and prejudice.
Starting this fall, UW-Madison students will have a new degree available to them. The university is launching a first-of-its-kind degree in Chicano, Chicana, and Latino-Latina studies. The courses are currently offered at the certificate level, which is basically a minor at UW, but they've seen a 300% increase from about 50 students in 2014 to 200 this year. This same growth is happening with these communities in the state, and professors say this major will help prepare students to help elevate those voices.
The Latinx population in general is booming in Wisconsin and across the country, right? So this is preparing undergraduate students to be able to enter into a profession of service within the public sector or in the private sector, and to be able to work directly with this population.
Professors say this is just the start of a new way of bringing more culture to the classroom.
A first warning traffic note: if you drive the Beltline in the late evening hours or overnight, Highway 1218 is going to be closed in both directions at County Highway AB on Madison's far southeast side. The closures run tonight through Thursday night, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. That's right, 7 p.m. to 5 a.m. The ramps from I-3990 will also be closed. There's a new interchange going up between 12 and AB. Work on that stretch should wrap up in late October.
It is 6:08 on your Tuesday. Coming up, a milestone on the ice. A former Badger and Wisconsin native moving up in the NHL record books.
And one of our favorite mornings of the year is we're talking about the return of the iconic Sunburst chairs to the Union Terrace. I'm Josh Ryder, live in the 608 with what you need to know when we come back.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Pre-shop the big Madison Lighting Spring Sale now. Take 15% off everyday low prices on chandeliers, pendants, vanity lighting, and lamps. Every brand, ceiling fan, and home accent. Madison Lighting, Watts Road, Madison.
You know, some old cowboys said if you climb in a saddle, you best be ready for the ride. I think that old cowboy was talking about the Midwest Horse Fair coming to Madison, Wisconsin, April 14th through the 16th. You best saddle up for a little family time with hundreds of horses, English, Western, and a big old rodeo. Hundreds of shopping vendors, and fill your belly with some of the tastiest food in the Midwest. Get your tickets before they're gone. Visit MidwestHorseFair.com.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our revamped brands, you get a $60 Visa gift card, plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no-interest financing. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Good news! This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes, and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 0% APR financing for 66 months only at your local Ford dealer.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Well, it's a big morning in the 608. Sure sign that warmer weather is here to stay. Couldn't have picked a better week, in my opinion, to bring the chairs back out onto the terrace.
Josh Brider taking in that warm weather live at the Memorial Union this morning. Hey, Josh.
Good morning, guys. Here they are. Look at this. We've been waiting for this since last season, and we've got our first couple out this morning. Of course, they're not actually making their official return until tomorrow. We should note that. So if you come out here today and you're like, where are the chairs? It is happening tomorrow, but we're giving our exclusive first look at the chairs because we're just so excited. Shauna Brenneman up early with us this morning. I mean, this is a sure sign that, we got 70s and 80s in the forecast. It is time.
Exactly. This is a sign of quintessential Madison summers. We are so ready.
I got to take a seat because this just makes me feel right at home here on the terrace because this whole scene, we've moved up a couple of tiers. It doesn't get any better than this and celebrating what we have right here at our fingertips.
You're exactly right. We have such beautiful nature here in Wisconsin, and we're adding entertainment to it and great dining.
Yeah, this year you guys really have a full schedule on your plate. You are really excited to get things off and running.
We do. Folks can check terracesummer.com for 100 of events that we're going to have. Free music, free movies, free art activities, something for everyone.
And this is really about celebrating what we have here on the university. We're so lucky to have this space right here, but also to be able to give our students what they need to succeed too.
Exactly. We're so lucky to share this space with folks. We've been here for over 90 years, and that's really special to us. And the fact that we can still be here making this entertainment happen for folks and making a difference for students with everything that we do means the world.
So one of the things that you might notice is you guys have a little construction going on, but it's not going to impact anything on the terrace itself.
Exactly. We have a 95-year-old building here, so every now and then we do have to do a little bit of maintenance, but it's not going to impact the 2,000 seats that you have here.
So you'll notice right up here, photojournalist Mark Schilling capturing that right now. Kind of around the side of the building is where you have some of that work happening.
Exactly. Yep, but there's plenty of seats here. We have 431 tables for you. There's plenty for folks to enjoy.
Yeah, the tables are already out this morning. The chairs will be making their return tomorrow. Talk about what 2023 is looking like because this is really going to be a special year for you guys.
Exactly. So we're going to have 4 nights of free live music, Wednesday through Saturday, free art activities throughout that time as well. We'll have low-cost art activities that folks can purchase that are going to be brand new this year. If you've ever been to our art cart before, it's going to be brand new. And we also have all of our free movies. We just have something for everyone. It's going to be a full season of fun.
I also want Mark to zoom in on your shirt because this is something else you wanted to talk about this morning.
Yes. So we have a store here with all the Terrace merchandise you'll ever need. But if you can't make it here, don't worry. We have it all available online at terracestore.union.wisc.edu. And just like your brought purchases here, every purchase you make in our Terrace store, online or in person, makes a big difference in the lives of students.
I'd rather be on the terrace. I feel like that's something I'll be saying all summer.
Exactly. And if you work from home, home, hey, why not make this your work from home place for the day?
And
Absolutely.
what a week it's going to be, too. I know a lot of people are like, oh, kind of snuck up on us. This is actually the week that you typically bring things out.
Exactly.
We just haven't had really nice weather yet.
Exactly. We're so lucky to have this beautiful weather during Terrace Richard.
All right, Shauna, thank you so much. We appreciate it, guys. We'll have all of this up on channel3000.com. This is really just such a wonderful week to be able to bring this back. We were talking, you know, Leah, you might remember a couple of years ago when we were out here, this was post-COVID when Terrace season returned, and it was like 32 degrees. Remember, the wind was coming off the lake. It was brutal.
Yes.
Last year, it was raining. This week, perfection. We've got perfection in 2023. We are so, so lucky here in the 608.
My gosh, Wisconsin weather to a T. One year it is snowing when they bring out the terrace chairs.
You never know what you're going to get.
It's going to be 80 in April. My goodness.
We are fortunate
never
this
know.
year. We are very fortunate this year. Josh, thanks for getting us all excited to head back out there this season.
Remember to let
You
Josh
bet.
know what inspires you in the 608. You can reach out to him on social media or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured.
All right, 6:15. Let's check in with Kelly Slifka now and your first warm forecast. Kelly.
Yeah, I tell you what, the terrace is going to be a popular place, obviously, this week with the chairs coming out tomorrow. We may be breaking some records, waking up to 58 degrees. If we only get down to 58 tomorrow morning, that would break the record warm low of 56. I think we will not hit that 86 for the record high tomorrow, but we do have potential of hitting a record high on Thursday. The record high is 78. Forecasting a high of 80. So get ready for some 80s. Dress them for the 80s the next few days. All right, we are a little bit concerned with some of the rivers. Obviously, with all the warm weather that we've had, it still had a lot of snow on the ground in central northern Wisconsin. Wisconsin River is flooding. We have some minimal flooding right now near Portage. It is expected to get into some moderate flooding, and that would be the flood stage that it had in 2003 when it got to 18.5, or about 1.5 feet above flood stage. So that's something we're going to be concerned with going into the weekend. Beautiful day, nonetheless. We've got temperatures in the 60s later this morning, rising in the mid-70s. Yesterday we got up to 72. I think we'll be about 4 degrees warmer than that this afternoon. Starting out at 51 in Madison, 47 in Juneau, 55 in the Dells. Wisconsin River Valley a little bit cooler, 42 in Lone Rock and also Boscobel. Across Dane County, you're seeing some 40s. Right now 51 though in Madison, 46 in Sun Prairie to Wanakee. Temperatures though this afternoon across Dane County, all of us headed into the mid 70s, maybe a few degrees cooler areas to the east, but all of us going to just enjoy the warm sunshine. There will be a breeze coming in out of the southwest up there at 10 to 18 miles per hour. So that may blow things around a little bit, but since it's out of the south, it's going to warm us up quickly. Through the 70s, should be tapping out in the mid-70s this afternoon, a mix of clouds. And with clear skies overnight, we'll have that southwest wind continue, and that'll keep our temperatures very mild tomorrow morning in the upper 50s. And I think tomorrow will top very close to 80. Unfortunately, though, it looks like Friday night we'll have a cold front arrive. That'll bring us a chance of some showers and thunderstorms waking up Saturday morning, and it might be a little bit slow to move on out of here, so we could see some wet weather on and off throughout the day on Saturday before it dries out, but turns much cooler for the weekend. So enjoy the warm weather the next few days. 76 today, 80 tomorrow and Thursday, 77 Friday, and then we've got that chance of rain and storms on Saturday. Much cooler weather by Sunday, Monday.
For the first time this season, Forward Madison will be playing on their home field, and it's going to be a busy week. Tonight, they have a second-round matchup in the U.S. Open Cup, and then Saturday, it's back to the USL League One play. And this group's going to look a whole lot different. The Mingos bring back just 4 returners compared to 17 new guys on the roster. But new or old, they're excited to be back at WISC-Stevens this week.
It's a new team and there's a lot of excitement around this group, so especially for Saturday's game, we're expecting a good turnout and it to be loud.
A group that's going to bleed for the shirt, play on both sides of the ball, and we're looking to build, to grow, to get collectively better every week, and excited to play in front of our home fans this week in 2 games, so yeah, really excited.
There's also a feeling that this group has what it takes to bring home a championship. Forward Madison, though, hasn't been to the playoffs since their first year in the league, and after back-to-back 9th place finishes, the Mingos know that's not good enough, and this year, it's postseason or bust.
We want to play good soccer. I mean, we want to win games, and that's the most important at the end of the day, but we want to do it in a convincing way and dominate games, and that way, the more you dominate, the more confidence you get, the more confidence you get, the more wins you get.
You can see in moments in our first 2 games that we have more than enough potential to be the best team in the league. It's about building a little bit more chemistry, getting on a little bit of a roll, and then finishing games off and putting points on the board.
It was a big night for Joe Pavelski in Detroit. The former Badger not only deflected a goal in to help the Stars beat the Red Wings, but that goal was Pavelski's 1,000th of his career point. The Pride of Plover becomes the first Badger and the 11th American-born player to join the 1,000 point club. The United States taking on Canada in the Women's World Championships. Former Badger Hillary Knight, the captain for Team USA. And late in the third, she'd come up big for her team. Off the rebound, Knight taps it in. This one, though, would head to a shootout where Canada would come away victorious. And Todd Knott returned down the Minnesota State head coaching job to join Mike Hastings at Wisconsin as the team's associate head coach. Knott and Hastings spent the last 11 years working together. The Athletic recently tabbed Knott as college hockey's #1 recruiter. Back to you.
Thanks, Zach. Coming up next, an event that some of us here could have really benefited from.
And ahead in our next half hour, warm weather events starting to return, a big one that's back this weekend.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name is Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
Community is helping each other, making sure your neighbor is taken care of. At Lake Ridge Bank, community is who we are. We take pride in being a community bank, strengthening relationships and investing in the places we come from. It's why we are who we are. Lake Ridge Bank. Go far, go together.
Are we still on for 3?
I'm on the phone.
When your team needs more space to work and eat. Carl, is that mackerel?
No, it's trout.
It matters where you stay.
Fish tacos?
Carl. Hilton for the stay.
Spring for new floors now and save. Spring brings sunshine and muddy paws. You'll find our durable, easy care floors look beautiful too. On sale now at H&R Carpets and Flooring in Wanakee.
Get $1,500 purchase allowance on a 2023 Cadillac XT5 and XT6. Visit your local Cadillac dealer today.
Spring into action and save on stressless seating at the Century House. Now get $400 off all classic power recliners, signature-based recliners and ottomans, and cross-base recliners and ottomans. And get $400 off most sofas and love seats. Imagine how much you can save building your dream sectional. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World. Over the past 15 years, Window World has donated more than $15 million to St. Jude Children's Hospital. We've also supported the Veterans Airlift Command with 120 flights, transporting more than 150 combat wounded veterans. We have a strong belief in giving back and want to thank everyone who has chosen Window World for your home's renovation. When you go with Window World, you're doing a lot more than remodeling.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobuson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobuson.com to apply.
You want to take a crack at this one, Leah?
Okay, so I've made some mistakes. This is not a, what did I think it was?
You thought it was
an
something.
indigo bunting.
I can't believe you got this one wrong.
It didn't have a crest, and I thought that Blue Jays, much like Cardinals, had crests constantly. Kelly corrected me and said, no, they put them down. In fact, they are commonly down. Rarely are they up.
It's like a, you know, a dog.
I'm wrong.
Like on the back of its spine. I think when it's agitated, it goes up.
Well,
wait, don't quote me on that.
How
I don't
am I
know what I'm
supposed to
talking
know
about.
this stuff?
I don't know.
Cardinals don't look like this. Well, Linda let Josh know that indeed it was a Blue Jay. I also got an email. So It is not indeed an indigo bunting or an eastern bluebird. It's a blue jay.
It's definitely a blue jay.
Yeah, heard
we
it
got
here
that
first.
sorted out. All right.
Okay, I'm done.
So I want to thank Lori O'Neill again for sending the crew, the Sibley's Backyard Birds of the Midwest Guide, to help us when we identify birds for My Morning. There was an event over in the Coulee region recently that I think we could have benefited from. In Stoddard, over by La Crosse, nature lovers are getting some expert advice. An event called The Focus on the Flyaway. Recently, expert photographers and naturalists shared some helpful advice with folks. People got to learn about migrating waterfowl, bird identification, tips on how to capture the perfect bird shots, and more. A member of the Mississippi Valley Conservancy says the ultimate goal is environmental awareness.
I do believe it could have been a white-breasted nuthatch.
You're still on this?
Let's not dig ourselves in any deeper of a hole. I saw a couple of loons out on Lake Mendota over the weekend. They must be flying north, just waiting for the ice to move out.
Audubon Society.
I see a couple of loons right now.
Yeah,
oh,
right on the
hey.
Clever.
All right.
Boy.
No, seriously, this is going to come in handy because I'm not great at this, and the pictures are very detailed and wonderful, and they're helpful.
The belted kingfisher.
I love kingfishers.
Not to be confused with a blue jay.
No.
How about a quick weather there,
Yeah,
Kelly?
today's going to be nice and warm. Temperatures climbing through the 50s this morning, 60s, mid-70s this afternoon, so actually a little bit warmer than yesterday. So as you plan your day, just count on some wind, but some sunshine and highs in the mid-70s.
Keep it here, folks. We're going to be back on the terrace right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
At Associated Physicians, our OBGYN team loves taking care of each and every one of our incredible and unique patients. With us, your voice is heard. Call to schedule an appointment today at 608-233-9746 or visit apmadison.com.
Pre-shop the big Madison Lighting Spring Sale now. Take 15% off everyday low prices on chandeliers, pendants, vanity lighting, and lamps. Every brand, ceiling fan, and home accent. Madison Lighting, Watts Road, Madison.
Could you keep it down? Oh, hey, sorry. I can't stop these kids from rocking, but I can help you replace all this. Rock on! With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home. This offer won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Explorer or Edge and get 0.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $500 FlexBuy cash.
At Fearing's Audio Video Security, our people, vision, and values drive superior technology solutions that result in great customer experiences. Choosing the right technology solutions can be daunting. From consultation and design to installation and support of your AV and security systems, our team communicates and guides each step. Fearing's Audio Video Security, making a difference for our customers and our world. Visit Fearings.com.
Frisky's World, the perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring, always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Friskies.
Hey there, is it time to schedule your mammogram? Let's get on that right now. Pick up the phone and call Associated Physicians at 608-233-9746 and let our radiology team and state-of-the-art 3D mammogram check things out. Visit us at apmadison.com.
From a diamond engagement to a diamond anniversary and everything in between, we shop the diamond capitals of the world so you don't have to. At Diamond Select, we also fix, reset, and remake jewelry too. Diamond Select in downtown Stoughton.
We only heal as one, and we need everybody to take part in that.
Right now, coming together to heal. Officers are mourning the deaths of 2 of their own. We'll have an update to the shooting near Chautauqua.
Also, convention cash. Wisconsin prepares to host the Republican National Convention. The reason Milwaukee wants more money.
Yeah, it looks like the unseasonably mild weather will continue. We may actually break a couple of records over the next couple of days.
Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Leah Lynch-Hyde.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slifka's got your first warn forecast today. 80?
80, dress for the 80s.
Record breaker, huh?
Yeah, could be. Well, especially on Thursday. And we could have a record low by this time tomorrow morning.
What?
So a record warm low, that is.
Oh, gotcha.
So
okay.
56 is the record warm low tomorrow morning. I'm forecasting a low of 58, so that would be the warmest that it's been ever on that date for that time of the morning. As far as Thursday, I think that's where we'll have a record high getting up to 80. The record high is 78. Tomorrow's record, I don't think we'll break that at 86. So it can get unseasonably warm this time of the year. It's April. We can just about see anything. Right now, we're looking at temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s, 51 in Madison, 48 in Monroe, and also Janesville this morning. A mix of clouds and sun, maybe not as much sun as we saw yesterday afternoon, but we will see some sun. A wind will pick up out of the southwest, up to around 10 to 18. That should put our temperatures in the mid-70s. Yesterday we got to 72, so I'm forecasting 4 degrees warmer than that. No problems on the roads as far as the weather's concerned. May need those sunglasses, though, with partly cloudy skies. Temperatures headed in the 70s. More on that warm weather and how long it'll last coming up.
Thanks, Kelly. You can stay on top of the changing conditions. Just download the First Warn Weather app by searching WISC Weather in your app store.
Continuing coverage now, the Wisconsin Department of Criminal Investigations is at the head of the case of 2 officers killed outside Chautauqua. Officer Hunter Shiel of Cameron and Officer Emily Breidenbach of Chautauqua were both shot while responding to a traffic stop. The suspect also died. Few details have been given out, but we do know the stop was based on a warrant and welfare check on 50-year-old Glenn Douglas Perry. The officers were notified of concerning behavior, and the traffic stop ended in gunfire. Now, the communities they served are coming together to honor the fallen officers.
It's really one department, and they're just have a different patch on their shoulder. Our sheriff's department, along with other local law enforcement agencies, are covering their areas so their deputy or their officers have time to heal together. We only heal as one, and we need everybody to take part in that.
According to the Barron County court records, a bench warrant for Perry's arrest was issued roughly a week before the shooting after he failed to appear for a divorce hearing and couldn't be reached.
Taking a live look now at Louisville, Kentucky, where at least 5 people have been killed, including the gunman at a bank. Authorities say at least 8 others were rushed to a hospital, including 2 police officers. Officers descended on Old National Bank in downtown Louisville to find a lone gunman still firing shots. The victims range in age from 64 to 40. The shooter also dead. Governor Andy Beshear got emotional during his remarks afterward because he was close to one of the victims.
Tommy Elliott helped me build my law career, helped me become governor, gave me advice on being a good dad. It's one of the people I talk to most in the world, and very rarely are we talking about my job.
Meantime, Louisville Mayor Craig Greenberg says his city has a family assistance center set up for anyone affected. Authorities are now asking the public for any information related to the shooting as they begin their investigation.
A woman charged earlier this year for attacking a pregnant woman and trying to kill her unborn baby will return to court today. Brittany Holston is facing 1 count of attempted homicide of an unborn child. According to the criminal complaint, she and her co-defendant attacked the victim in an apartment parking lot last fall. Holston has a child and is in a relationship with the father of the victim's baby. She'll be in court today for that preliminary hearing.
2 GOP lawmakers are circulating legislation that would allow school employees with a concealed carry license to be armed in school. Under the bill, individual school boards would still need to approve it. The authors, Representative Scott Allen of Waukesha and Senator Corey Tomczyk of Mosinee, say this bill is to prevent bad actors from seeing schools as soft targets without the ability to defend themselves. Governor Tony Evers says he would veto this if it makes his desk. He also said that Wisconsinites have been demanding common sense proposals to reduce gun violence and that this bill is not among them.
New information now as Milwaukee prepares to host next summer's Republican National Convention. City officials are calling for more support. Past cities that have hosted a major party's national convention have received $50 million in federal funding for security costs. Milwaukee says it needs more. The convention expected to bring in 45,000 visitors. $75 million is the new ask. Representative Brian Stiles says it's for rising costs and higher risk.
I think it's an appropriate move to make sure that we're moving along both with inflation and with the risk profile that a national convention has in the modern era. Some things just aren't partisan in nature, and keeping folks safe is one of those things that we all have to come together on.
The extra funding would cover police staffing hours, metal detectors, x-rays, and communications equipment. The final decision on that extra funding is expected this fall.
Happening now, flood warnings continue in parts of Wisconsin. Rapidly melting snow to the north is feeding the Wisconsin and Fox rivers. On the Wisconsin River, Lewiston and Portage are under warnings this morning for flooding. Waters over the road in parts of Levy Road, Wood Street, and Tritz Road. The river is 1.5 feet over flood stage at the moment, and levels are expected to fluctuate and then drop after Monday. There's also minor flooding near the Fox River at Berlin, with advisories going until Saturday night. The water level there is a few inches above flood stage. The National Weather Service says it crested midnight overnight and will fall below flood levels on Saturday.
Students at Waunakee High School are protesting the school's decision to postpone Pride Week there. It all started when Waunakee's Gender and Sexualities Alliance made a presentation about LGBTQ history that would get shown during class for the week. Well, something in that presentation was the sticking point that caused this postponement. In a note to the community, the district said it wasn't able to provide ample notice to families of that change in programming, and thus they would have to delay Pride Week.
Won't be concurrent with the Pride Week that is a national event, right? So it takes some of their thunder out of it, and it tells them they need to be silenced for 2 weeks and not celebrated.
And by the time I get this out to our staff, just wanted to make sure that we are positioning our staff, our school, our community, and our district in a good place. And so there was a bit of a scramble, which is on me because I should have been having this stuff prepared a long time ago.
Parents tell News 3 Now they're hoping that the newly planned Pride Week does in fact happen. The principal you just heard from there emphasized his support for the students as well.
Hey, the Dane County Farmers Market comes back this weekend for its 51st year. It's going to be on the Capitol Square again, the nation's largest producers-only farmers market, attracting hundreds of vendors. Saturday, the first of many on the square, with the market running weekly through early November.
Take a look at this. Digit, a robot designed by Agility Robotics, collapsed during a demonstration at a supply chain exhibition in Chicago. After dozens of hours of perfect performance, the robot took a tumble at the event. Manufacturers say the other 99% of the time, the robot is upright and can lift boxes in warehouses. I think this is job security for the rest of us.
Yep, those robots aren't so perfect.
No, they are not.
6:37, taking a look out at your traffic this morning. We'll let you know if there's any slowdowns out there that could snag the morning commute. And we are sure enough nice and comfortable in the weather. Coming up, we're going to see our next chance of some thunderstorms.
And a health watch on food additives, how the food industry is responding to concerns about chemicals in our foods.
Plus, we're live with an exclusive first look at the Sunburst chairs making their return to the Memorial Union Terrace. We're back live in the 608 when we come back.
Get grapes for just $1.18 a pound and Doritos for just $1.99 at Hy-Vee. That's grapes for just $1.18 a pound and Doritos for just $1.99. Tuesday only and only at Hy-Vee.
Get an extra 20% off during our Spring Spruce Up event. Right now at Slumberland Furniture, get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99 in your choice of 2 colors. Incredible! Did you know Slumberland has the lowest prices on Ashley product?
Menards is your one-stop shop for everything you need. Check out our great selection of Libman cleaning supplies. We've got brooms, mops, and everything in between. Sweep up savings with Libman. This broom is just $8.99 after rebate. We've got the adhesives you can rely on. Loctite Power Grab adhesive is high strength and reduces the need for clamping with 0-second instant grab. Right now it's only $2.99 after rebate. Get 11% off your next project.
Save big money at Menards.
2 extra seats. Are we getting 2 Great Danes? I know, giant Uncle Dane and his giant beard. Maybe a dragon. Twin sisters! And one is a robot and one is a knight. And I'll be on the side of the octopus.
The Volkswagen Atlas with best-in-class third-row legroom. Visit your local Volkswagen dealer for 4.9% APR financing for 72 months on a new 2023 Atlas or Atlas Cross Sport.
This necklace is a new piece of my soul.
It is one of my love languages to gift.
I always knew I had a sister and she did it. When we met, it was what I longed for my entire life.
Every occasion deserves love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Superior, Wisconsin. It's a fisherman's paradise. Outfit yourself with gear and the latest fishing conditions from Jim over here.
It's John.
Sleeping in pain or too hot? Come to Slumberland and get 20% off mattresses. Find your perfect mattress with our easy rating system and save big. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Only at Slumberland.
Get grapes for just $1.18 a pound. And Doritos for just $1.99 at Hy-Vee. That's grapes for just $1.18 a pound. And Doritos for just $1.99. Tuesday only and only at Hy-Vee.
Local workplaces are going to the dogs.
He started his work career in 2022.
And it just might be good for business.
Everybody loves her.
Armand Rahman shares how businesses are embracing a new trend, a job's best friend. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
News 3 Now is taking action, reaching out to our community to lend a helping hand.
Taking action by teaming with our neighbors and local leaders to help make this amazing community we share a better place to live.
Taking action for South Central Wisconsin. News 3 Now.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
On the Health Watch this morning, some popular candies and snacks are being put under the microscope. Lawmakers in California are concerned about chemicals added to foods, including red dye number 3 that could be dangerous for your health. The food additives have been banned in Europe for years.
When I learned that 99% of these chemicals are not being independently reviewed by the FDA, that was my aha moment.
The food industry, as you can imagine, pushing back on this. Nearly a dozen food associations responded by saying the federal government has a comprehensive food safety process, and the 5 chemicals have been thoroughly reviewed and continue to be deemed safe. California lawmakers, on the other hand, hope the legislation, if passed, will spark changes nationally.
6:42. Over to Kelly Slifka now with your first warm weather. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, good morning, guys. What a beautiful day yesterday. I know a lot of folks out enjoying it. We're going to enjoy some more nice warm weather. Finally, we got over the hump. We kind of just flipped the switch right into spring, almost like summer-like weather. Now, we are going to have to deal with a little bit more wind today. A few clouds coming in. 80 degrees, though, expected this week. All comes to an end, though, it looks like by the upcoming weekend with a strong cold front. Now, our average date, now it took forever to get up to 60 this year. We waited about 2 weeks from our average of March 16th, and even a little bit later for that 70-degree temperature we had yesterday. But I think we're going to race right into those 80s come either tomorrow or Thursday, or maybe both, as temperatures will remain well above our average, which now is 55. So we're going to be running way above that as we get up close to 80 tomorrow and also Thursday. Still mild on Friday, but Friday night a cold front does arrive. That'll bring in some rain, and then turning much cooler. We'll actually dip below average, it looks like, by Sunday and early next week. Thankfully, it doesn't look like it'll last that long as we continue to warm up back in the mid-60s, it looks like, by the middle part of the week. So we do have some changes coming our way for the weekend. 51 right now in Madison, 55 in the Dells, 49 in Juneau, 48 right now in Janesville across Dane County. Might just need a light jacket this morning. It isn't too terribly cold. 46 right now in Cottage Grove, 46 in Sun Prairie, while we're sitting at 51 right now at the airport in Madison. So temperatures this morning in the 50s, rising quickly with that sun coming up close to 70 by the noon hour. Should be tapping out in the mid-70s. Yesterday was 72. Probably a little bit warmer than that. A little bit more of a wind coming in on the southwest at about 10 to 18. So we'll see that southwest wind pick up. That's why it's going to be so mild this afternoon. And we'll see that wind 15, 16, 17 miles per hour later today. Temperatures in the 50s this morning. Mix of clouds and sun throughout the afternoon hours. Temperatures headed in the mid-70s as we go through today. Tonight, with that wind continuing, I don't think we'll drop much below 60 come tomorrow morning. So that'll break in a record warm low for the morning, and I think tomorrow we'll actually get up closer to 80. That all comes to an end. It looks like Friday night we do have a cold front moving in, waking up Saturday morning. As that front pushes in, we'll see some showers, even some embedded thunderstorms. Right now it's a little bit hard to time this out, but we could continue to see some of that rain continuing right into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening before everything lifts out by Sunday. Then we turn much cooler for Sunday. So enjoy the warm weather. The first warm forecast for the rest of the week, upper 70s to around 80. That cold front rise brings us some storms, and then cooler weather by Sunday, Monday of next week.
Okay, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. 4:45, perfect weather for the sunburst chairs to make their return to the terrace.
Does it get any better?
It does not.
It's like the terrace knew something that we didn't.
It's like they did.
Josh Prater's hiding behind one of those sunburst chairs that are making their return. Hey there, Josh.
Hey guys, look at that. Look at that glow this morning. No, I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about the chair, because we finally have the sun coming up over Lake Mendota on this huge, huge week here for the terrace, as the chairs are going to be making their return. Shauna Brenneman up early with us. Boy, this is one of our favorite mornings. I love seeing you every year, because this means that we are really in the season.
Exactly. This means that summer is here, terrace season is here. It's a great time of year.
So tomorrow the chairs will officially be making their return. You brought out a couple of them for us exclusively this morning. Some of the tables are already out this morning.
Exactly. We have about 400 tables out already for you, but we're excited for the chairs to make their return tomorrow.
So it feels like terrace season kind of snuck up on us, because Wisconsin winter just wouldn't let up, but we are really right on schedule.
Exactly. It's the perfect weather for this.
You know, talk about what the season is shaping up to be, because you guys are really excited to have a full schedule for 2023.
That's right. So folks can look forward to a full summer of more than 100 events, free movies, free music, free art activities, lots of outdoor recreation opportunities, something for everyone.
So for those that might be new to the area, this is a tradition for Wisconsin that dates back decades.
That's right. This is a 90-year-old tradition. So the terrace really is a big part of Madison summers, and we're honored to be able to share it with our community and with visitors. Over 800,000 people visit us throughout terrace season.
And the big thing here is when people come out here to support the union, buy a brat, buy a beer, get some ice cream, the mission behind helping you guys, as far as students go here, is huge.
Exactly. We're a nonprofit organization. Most of the events that you enjoy during terrace season are actually run by UW-Madison students who receive leadership opportunities, and some of them even get academic stipends up to 80% of their in-state tuition because of your purchases here.
I mean, that's inspiring in itself. So anything that we're doing to go have a good time is really going to something big.
Absolutely. Every brat you buy, every terrace shirt you buy, like this one at our terrace store, makes a big difference.
All right, Shauna, let's take a seat. It's time to take a seat here in the iconic Sunburst chairs, as they'll be making their return tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. And you guys, of course, have a schedule that you'll be announcing as well.
We will. We'll be announcing our full schedule at terracesummer.com very soon.
And we'll have a link to that on channel3000.com. Oh, this is so wonderful. Shauna, thank you as always. We appreciate it so much, guys. Take a look at this. We're not the only ones out here right now. The Wisconsin rowing crew is out there on the lake. They've been out there actually for the last 90 minutes or so. We can finally see them with the sun coming up, but we're not the only ones out here celebrating the season, guys. This is really something to be excited about, as we are finally there. 70s and 80s in the forecast. We cannot complain about that, guys.
Not at all. You know, imagine how packed it's going to be this week.
Yeah, Josh gets it all to himself this morning.
I know. How many people can say that? Had to terrace all to myself.
Tough gig, Josh.
If
Tough
you want
gig.
that. Some people don't want that.
It's true.
Just us, yeah. Isn't this nice? I'm not coming back to work. I'll be right here.
I don't know if anybody would blame you.
No, he's got to return. He promised ice cream. I don't forget a food
that's
promise.
right. I do have a treat for you guys.
Don't let me down.
Of course. I won't forget.
Josh Prater, thank you very much.
Hey, remember to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media for a chance to be featured.
All right, it is 6:48. Coming up in the morning sprint, some changes to Lake Monona coming that your family can enjoy.
And we want to say happy birthday to Evelyn and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Thanks for celebrating with us. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Waunakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Waunakee Furniture ETC.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Happy Take and Bake Tuesday!
Every Tuesday at Papa Murphy's, you can get any large pizza for just $10.99, which makes Tuesday the best day to bring home all your favorites.
We might have too many favorites.
Do you guys have a favorite child?
I have a favorite son.
It's me, right?
At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great. Order now at papamurphys.com.
For the plunge you never thought they'd take. For the day you never thought would come. For all the years that have come and gone.
For all those special moments that make life worth living. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Oh, I'll have another. Make it a double.
Dad, Mom thinks she's at a resort again.
Yeah, she told me.
When you'd rather not resort to a virtual resort,
This is much better in real life.
it matters where you stay.
Looking good, babe.
Hilton for the stay. Reviews are very important. It really reflects on how we're handling customers at Precision Door. It's feeling like I'm helping out my neighbor. Quality service quickly from a name you can trust.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Wow, would you look at that?
It's beautiful.
You even remember the napkins.
Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
There's a deal for every sunrise at McDonald's. Try one of our tasty bagel sandwiches like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, or bacon, egg, and cheese bagel.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Get your tickets before they're gone. Visit MidwestHorseFair.com.
6:51, time for the morning sprint.
We start with the man who crashed into an ambulance head-on in Grant County. Officers say the 22-year-old crossed the center line and hit the ambulance. No patients were inside at the time. It happened on Highway 80 near Hillside Cemetery Road in Platteville. No injuries were reported here. The man was arrested under suspicion of operating while under the influence.
An update now to a shooting that happened downtown. Madison police are now saying an argument inside a bar on State Street is what led to a 23-year-old man being wounded Sunday morning. They say it happened just after 1:40 a.m. on West Gorham. Officers were in the area already, heard the gunfire, and the two responding officers have now been credited with saving the 23-year-old victim's life. Officers have arrested a 22-year-old suspect who's being charged with first-degree attempted homicide.
The American Red Cross is helping house 5 people after a grease fire on Madison's southwest side. Firefighters responded to Crescent Road just off of Verona Road for a report of a kitchen fire Saturday night. The apartment's residents were able to get it out with the fire extinguisher. They were displaced, but nobody was hurt.
The Lake Monona waterfront going to be seeing some changes. Results from a survey seeking public input showed a plan by Boston-based design firm Sasaki was the top choice. The plan would add an elevated boardwalk, nature center, a boathouse, and would expand the Monona Terrace. A revised master plan is expected to be introduced to the Common Council later this year.
About 9,000 faculty members and staff from New Jersey's Rutgers University are on strike this morning. It marks the first strike in the school's 250-year history. Workers are picketing at the university's 3 main campuses after almost a year of failed contract negotiations.
Shockwaves being felt throughout the U.S. intelligence community following the leak of a series of highly classified documents on social media. Information in the documents reveals depths of U.S. spying on allies and foes. Officials are concerned the leak could not only jeopardize a critical Ukrainian counteroffensive against the Russians, but also U.S. and Ukrainian ties.
People are talking about the new Starbucks drink. It's infused with olive oil. They're complaining the coffee giant's Oleato is making them run to the bathroom.
Uh-oh.
Starbucks recently introduced the drink, hoping customers would be enticed by the health benefits of extra virgin olive oil. But folks are complaining the olive oil and coffee mixture causes them to need the restroom quickly after drinking. Sounds like a pass for us.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Meteorologist Kelly Slifka. We're in the upper 40s and low 50s this morning. Quite mild for this time of April. Our typical low this time of the morning is in the mid 30s, so we're running well above that. It is a little bit cooler here along the Wisconsin River Valley. Temperatures in the lower 40s. Of course, you do have some of those flood warnings up near Portage because of the Wisconsin River and all that snow melt that's been going in central parts of the state. Look at a mix of clouds and sun throughout the day. These will be mainly those mid and high level clouds that will filter out the sun from time to time. But early afternoon, we're already above 70 and above yesterday's high, which was 72. As we go in the late afternoon hours, I'm expecting mid 70s, so running well above our average, which is 55. So we're running about 20 to 25 degrees above average, not only today, but also tomorrow. So I know a lot of the downtown eateries are having some outdoor dining now. They got the patio set up. Looks like it'll be great for that. However, it is going to be breezy. Make sure you secure the napkins. The temperatures will be near 70 at noon, but we're looking at mid 70s later on today, but it will be a bit breezy. So our first morning forecast, looking at 76 today, 80 tomorrow. Overnight low is mild in the upper 50s. Sunshine on Thursday as well. Temperatures up near 80. Friday will be breezy and still mild, but that's out ahead of a front. This is a cold front that will be moving in, looks like later Friday night into Saturday morning. Unfortunately, it looks like right now at least, it will be a fairly wet, soggy Saturday, on and off showers and maybe some thunderstorms as temperatures start to drop. Sunday, we're looking at 51 with some cooler weather moving in. But it looks like this cooler weather that moves in early next week will be brief as we jump right back into the mid 60s by Wednesday and Thursday. So enjoy the summer-like temperatures for now because it will be changing this weekend. Unfortunately, right in time for the weekend.
Perfect day to get a nice coffee, maybe infused with some olive oil.
No.
Make sure the bathroom's close by.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Well, Kelly, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We're back in a half an hour with another news and weather update. We'll leave you with a shot from the terrace as everybody's getting excited for those chairs. We'll see you next time.